Alright, y'all, what's up, and welcome to what should be an action-packed video. We're taking a look at how many Europeans have actually traveled over here to North America at various sites for, of course, the big tournament, the World Cup. And the support, the fandom, right, is next freaking level. I learned a little bit about this a couple years ago. I took a look at some ultras. I took a look at how fans can take over streets, take over parts of cities. Still can't believe it. It's kind of insane whenever you see it. But what's even more mind-blowing is that apparently they're, doing the same thing that they would have done back home all the way over here in Mexico, in the US, in Canada. I think it's absolutely insane, and it's a style of unbelievable community and fandom and support that I've never seen, right? Like, that just doesn't exist in the same way here, at least as far as I know. Like, look at Times Square, right? Basically the most famous part of New York City. It's just overrun, right? This is like the only time you see Times Square packed like that maybe would be like New Year's Eve, right? That's it. It's the beginning of summer, and it's just packed, in this case, with French fans for the World Cup. How freaking mind-blowing is that? It's awesome. Jeez, dude. Okay, that is freaking insane. Let's go. Comment says it all. Norway fans showing up to the game. Yeah. Showing up is a whole new definition for showing up. That sets the bar. This shit is low-key intimidating. That is an American comment. It's got to be. It is, though. Like, I can safely say I've seen fans getting into it, a little bit here in the U.S., but not anything like this, and not anything coordinated like this. They had that shit in unison perfectly. It's like it's professionals, like professional fans, if that's a thing. Here's another look at Times Square being absolutely taken over. It's insane. Wow. Look at Austrian fans. Look at this. What? I mean, honestly, I'm jealous. I wish they were in a city nearest to me. This would be fun to experience. Maybe I gotta try and head somewhere. I don't know. This atmosphere is crazy. The fact that they're bringing this over from different areas. Because, like, we know, unfortunately, right, soccer, football, is just not very, very big in the U.S. for whatever reason. And the fact that the World Cup can come here and it's actually pretty big, like, you get that energy and that crazy atmosphere because people are so dedicated that they come from all the way across the world and still show up like this. I think it's insane in the best way. I mean, it's awesome. And it's totally not what I expected. And this is just a little bit. And this is for Austria. This is before. This is a week ago. It was even ramping up then. This comment, the Yanks must be amazed at hearing creative football chants for a change. I mean, we're just amazed at hearing football chants in general. That's not a thing here. Germans are arriving, all decked out, as you would expect. Love it. Again, kind of intimidating. Just walking down the street. But people probably can't comprehend, right? Like, whoa, this is what full-on support for a team actually looks like. Like, see, we wear merch. Like, I wear White Sox stuff all the time. It's just there's I'm not usually surrounded by a sea of White Sox fans, and we're not usually intimidating everyone with chants and coordinated stunts. Look at this. We even have teams pairing up here. The Scots and the Germans in Boston. Singing classic tunes as well. Dude, you got to love it. They're just embracing it. Come on, the energy's high. The vibes are there. This is so freaking cool, right? This is like one of the coolest things. Like, even if you're not watching the games, like, I watched a couple of the games the first day. I haven't seen any since. Like, the fun part about this is, like, big happenings like this when it comes to huge sporting events, the Olympics, and whatever else. You don't even have to be into the sport necessarily and follow every minute of it. Just the things, the side effects, right? The atmosphere it brings, that's what's fun about this. Because, in my case, a lot of times, of course, like the U.S. and, North America as a whole really doesn't host it all that often, or at least hasn't recently. So that's why I think this is really fun. And stuff like this, like Boston looks like a fun place to be right now, because look at all the awesome communities and fandom and teams that are rolling through there. There's no way Boston has enough beer. They might run out. They literally might run out. I mean, everyone, this is the sentiment everyone's sharing right now. This is insane. This is in Dallas, Texas. Look at this. This is my favorite part. For any Americans wondering, this is quiet. Blown my mind. We don't chant like that. So not quiet to us. If that's quiet, I can't even imagine when you're fully unleashed. What? So you have literally cities in America being taken over by people from all around the world, like literally coming across the world just to support their sport, their team, their country. And then you still have enough left over where they're still celebrating back home, right? Like, this is in Frankfurt, Germany. Look at that. And the fact that they're doing that at home and replicating that overseas is wild to me. Like, that sort of unbelievable sporting support is like, I just can't even believe it. Like, that is crazy. Just when I think, sports are big here, and they are in their own way. But in reality, right, sporting ends up always being about, like, kind of money. Sports betting's huge now. Corporatism, right? Selling tickets, selling merch. And to an extent, that's all sports. But, like, that's how it's big here. It's always measured in, like, monetary stuff. Fandom just doesn't look like this here, at least in my opinion. I don't know. This is so freaking cool and crazy too. NFL football, no one plays in the world. Soccer, a couple billion. Can't argue with that. You can kind of tell the difference, can't you? We haven't even gotten started yet. Take a look at, the most insane, impressive support I've ever seen in my life. Let's take a look at how the Dutch are taking over Texas. This is in Dallas, actually Arlington, which is right, it's part of Dallas, right? Look at this. Look at the sea of orange. First of all, you guys know from previous videos years ago, I absolutely love the orange. It's such a cool vibe, and it's so bright. Like, what a cool looking fan base, right? Like, this is genius having all the orange, and oh my God, you could just kind of try to capture the sheer size of these takeovers. Look at this. That's insanity, man. They have to zoom out with a helicopter just to try and capture it all in the frame. They even brought, is that bus? Did they wrap an American? No, because we don't have buses like that. I was going to say, did they wrap an American bus? Like, that's dedication. No, I think it's even more than that. Did they ship that over here from freaking Amsterdam or something? Look at that. That is literally an ocean of orange in Dallas, Texas. That is insanity. Like, what? Look at all these POVs.
Let's see how long it takes for this Netherlands parade to kick off. 6 o'clock in the morning, and one of the double-decker Dutch buses is already here. This is the one that follows behind the original bus. 7 o'clock, and we're seeing some of the barriers.
Multiple buses.
7:45, and the double-decker Dutch bus is here. 8 a.m.
Look at that.
It's getting wild. 8:30, music is bumping. 9 a.m., the storm is rolling through. It is 9:30, it is pouring rain. 9:45, the Dutch won't let it rain on their parade. Party inside. 10 a.m., we're in the middle of the crowd. Absolutely insane. It's so amazing. 11 a.m., it's time to march. Shout out to the Orange Legion for taking over Texas.
God, I thought maybe this is like a couple hours. No, this is all day. They're even embracing Texas, right? Trying to barbecue, trying to the Raging Bulls. This is hilarious, man. How fun. I wish I was down in Texas right now. This looks lit. Dutch takeover. So many different POVs, man. I wonder what, like, people who just don't watch the news, right? Because they exist, right? Someone just chilling, going about their day, and they see this absolute takeover of Orange. And they're like, what on earth? Right? Like, maybe they don't follow sports, they don't follow the news. They're just seeing this and they're like, what on earth is happening? And for reference, this is what they do back home, right? So this video is actually from the Netherlands, right? This is from the European Cup in 2024. And you could see this absolutely unbelievable, intimidating sea of orange. It's so cool, especially against the green trees, right? But you can see what they're capable of. The fact that they were basically able to replicate that over here, I have no words. Stunning. Look at they out here. They're in the highways. They got Jeeps. They got everything just totally taken over. Totally taken over. And then we have Scotland, right? And we took a look at them actually in a previous video, very recent. So that's why I'm not showing all those clips. But yeah, they're absolutely thriving. Totally present everywhere in Boston. Yeah, this is so cool. This looks so fun. It's summer. Everyone's having a great time. Europe is showing up in unbelievable numbers and presence. In various places all around North America. I think it's beyond impressive. I think it's really, really fun and, well, just absolutely mind-blowing from someone who has been a lifelong, baseball fan, a fan of the NFL since I was very little, NASCAR fan, right? I mean, these things can get pretty big. Americans love to think of the Super Bowl as super big. But in reality, it's just not compared to this. This is truly beyond proportions that we're used to here. But we just can't compete with this. This is a world culture that so many fan bases from so many countries can literally come take over different cities across the world. I think this is super cool, super fun vibes, very educational as well. And it just looks awesome. I think it's, if you've done this before, if you've been a part of something big like this, one of these huge fandoms, one of these huge ultras, you got to let me know how it is, how fun is it, and maybe you're part of this. Maybe you're part of this over here in the U.S. Let me know down below. How much fun are you having? I think this is awesome, and I appreciate you watching. I would love to hear your comments down below. That's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IikkE.ŁockeR. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.